there, I'm Sue Hodgson and I'm an area demonstrator for the North East Midlands. I'm also a member of the Grantham Flower Club, which I'm very proud to be a member of. Tonight I'm going to do a demonstration for you on a hanging design, and I couldn't resist this ring at the wholesalers last week when I was looking to do my design, and I thought, well, this is a really nice piece of willow and twigs that's been woven into this beautiful massive ring, and I thought, well, I'm going to do that and use that and do something lovely with it. So I'm hoping that you'll enjoy the next 15 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do with it to start off with, because whilst it is lovely, it's very bare. So I'm going to start threading some lovely pussy willow through it. Pussy willow is readily available at the moment. Well, it is available all year, to be fair. And I think if we just put some of this through it, it will add a little bit more interest into what is a very, very plain ring. It doesn't matter how ununiform this is. It wants to remain its natural rustic look. So I'm not going to spend an awful lot of time worrying about is it uniform, because actually that's the last thing I want it to be. It's going to be a hanging design, and so I have used some rustic wire. Now you can get this from Oasis, from any of the wholesalers generally, or you can buy it from Oasis online. And normally you can get this in a lovely brown, which would have looked really nice with this, but because obviously of COVID, I think, and of lockdown, I've had to get it in the green. So this is how it comes in a big roll, and it's lovely, quite heavy duty wire. It actually says on the packet to bind heavy structures. So by the time I've finished with this is going to have a little bit of weight. So I thought this wire would do the job, and it's very, very strong. Lovely. So we're going to do that. I've got 4 strands, and I'm going to attach this to the ring so that I can hang it. I'm going to put some test tubes in it. So these are the nice long large test tubes, and what around the top of these I've put some wire that's covered in paper, the paper coated wire. It comes in a nice big roll, and this is nice, the same colour, so you won't really be able to see it once these are in. So I'm going to just put these in a random place, and I'm slotting it through the gaps. So just one more then I'm going to put in, and I'll put it in here. There we go. So that's basically our structure done. It's taken quite a while to do that. So by the magic of video editing, you won't have had to have lived through all of the boredom of that, and it will have been done for you. So that is how we do that. So my flowers for the design, what I've got here are some gorgeous tulips and a mix of ranunculus here. I've got some lovely iris. I have some hyacinths. I have some narcissi. And some gorgeous helioballs. So what we need to do now is just fill these up with water. I think that's every one done. So around the top of this, I'm going to actually just put some of these tulips woven in amongst the frame, just without any water at all. Take the tatty leaves off and just lay them around the top. Now, if Joe Smith, who is the education officer for the NAFAS area that I'm a demonstrator in, if she's looking at this, it may bring it back to her, the hanging design that I made with her a couple of years ago, where we did indeed have many challenges getting it hanging straight. Well, Joe, my weaving still isn't much better, so hence I bought this ring. So I'm sure, I think this will help quite a lot of people. I think weaving willow can be very, very hard on your hands, and it can be hard work. So this just makes life a lot easier, doesn't it? So I'm going to just spin this round and put these in the top there. Spin it around. And I've got room for just one more there. Okay, so that's softened my willow ring, and it's given it some colour that I can now build on. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to put some of these now into these test tubes, these flowers. There is no uniformity to this. It's really the flowers that bloom in the spring, tra-la. And just making us a little bit more hopeful that life is going to get better for us very soon. I'm not going to put many of these in here, because I don't want to just use one sort of flower. And I hope you can see now how it's building up. So the beautiful irises that are so easily available in any of the supermarkets. If you can't get into town to a florist, the supermarkets are where the flowers, you can get them at the moment. There seems to be no challenge at all in my area with getting flowers. So it's pretty much life as normal as far as flowers are concerned. Put that one in there. Right, so I've got enough irises. I've got enough tulips. So I'm going to now put some of these hyacinths in. And here's your health warning. If you have migraine, don't use them, because you will get a headache from these. They give off a very, very heavy perfume. And it's a real Marmite situation with hyacinths. You either love them or you hate them. Shall we go? You lose track of where you are. There we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3 hyacinths. That might be enough, I'll just leave those. We're going to now put some healer balls in. And these are just beautiful. A lot of people have got them in the garden. I have at the moment. I hasten to say these aren't from my garden. But a lot of people have got them in. They're a little bit flopsy actually. When they came in today, they were a little bit floppy. But I think once they're cut and in some fresh water here tonight, I think they will spring back into life in a lovely way. I'm using the fairly thicker stems to just give it a fighting chance of becoming turgid again, because I don't think that is going to. But I think if you use the thicker stems, then I think they will. So if you cut your hellebores in the garden, try and cut them when they've been out for a little while, so the flowers are set, so they're not too soft, which I think is probably part of the challenge here. And also they will set better. So the final thing is just a few of the narcissi, which again we can get hold of relatively easily. Have we got some spare tubes? I'm just going to put 4 of these in, and I might have to take something out because we've got plenty of. In fact, I'm going to take the tulip out there, I think. Just swap a couple of bits around, which is ideal with this. You haven't got oasis and the holes to worry about. You can just swap things about as you decide you want to. I'm going to put that in the frame. And let's put a hyacinth over there in that one. Have I got 8 there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there's 1 there. 7. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have I got them all? Have a look underneath and just check. Yes, I think I've got every single one there. So, because they're too gorgeous not to use. And that is my hanging design, ladies and gentlemen, entitled The Flowers That Bloom in the Spring, Tra-la. And I'll just turn it around so you can see it. There we are. I hope you've enjoyed this evening, and whenever you're watching this, I hope you've had a lovely few minutes away from life and having a little bit of R&R for yourself. Stay safe and keep well. Bye.